First thing is about introduction. Banks are one of the source of income in improving the country financial institution. These banking institutions contribute a lot of revenue to the country and also one of the most prominent resource in the country. One of the proof that banks are the main source when 95% of Pakistan financial system is based on the banking industry by Hussein 2006, while 80% of the market capitalization is occupied by the big five banks Pakistan by Kalabat 2011. This shows that results from the banking industry are very necessary in contributing to the country financial institution. The country is working hard to improve business performance to achieve impressive results at the national and international level.
Financial sector is the most prominent industry among Bank of Pakistan. In fact, 95% of the financial system of Pakistan is based on the banking industry. 80% of market capitalization is occupied by the big five bank in Pakistan. Business organization at both international and national level always strive for impressive business performance result. Improving business performance is not only a challenge but also a necessity for every type of business at present, thus making the market more competitive.
In the year 2014-2015, the gross domestic product (GDP) grew by 4.2% as compared to 4.0% in 2013-2014, but the achieved growth was below the target growth investigated for fiscal year 2014-2015. Private investment as a share of GDP has been declining and stood at 9.7% of GDP in 2014-2015. This low investment has implications for Pakistan's long-term growth potential that has been on a clear declining long run. Regarding low investment rate in Pakistan when compared with its peers in South Asia, with an average of 30% of GDP. Slowdown in the global economy, which is affecting foreign direct investment and limiting domestic demand. Energy shortage that limit full capacity utilization.
The country has been facing high tech rates. The agriculture, small and medium enterprise, housing sector were underserved, and the middle class and low income group had limited access to bank credit. Banks had typically focused on term and corporate financing with a narrow range of products and had not diversified into consumer and mortgage financing for which there is an apparent certified demand.
Research objective. There are three objectives contained in this journal. First, to identify the importance of the organizational culture to effectively influence business performance (BP). Second, to test the moderating role of organizational culture (OC) on the relationship between corporate entrepreneurial (CE) and business performance (BP). And lastly, to identify contextual factors that can be affect business performance (BP).
Next, about theory. In this article, the author review and theory which a result based on base theory or RBT. Based on the hypothesis development was explained about resource-based theory in explanation paradigm in entrepreneurship and strategic management aspect. Businesses all over the world have implemented corporate entrepreneurship or CE for variety of purpose include creativity. Baden-Fuller, 1995, Information Assessment, McGrath et al., 1994, and Strategic Renewal, Gart and Ginsberg, 1990, International Eye Recognition, Birkinshaw, 1997, Positive Capital Description, Karatko, and others, 2009, Bosch et al., 1999, Ireland et al., 2003, Covey et al., 2000, and Economic Feasibility, Karatko and Anders, 2009, Bosch et al., 1999, Ireland et al. 2003, Covin et al. 2000, and Zara 1993. Corporate Entrepreneurship or CE suggests that the implementation of the strategic management is important to achieve a performance and be competitive. Role of organization culture OC and the relationship between corporate entrepreneurship CE and business performance BP aspect. OC is a widely acknowledged in the literature on strategic element in understanding how organization function and developing innovative method for making it more effective. Parajoko and Sohal 2001, based on information literature in strategies management influenced the potential power by Special Kelly that OC into relationship between organizational strategies. Thus, the relationship between CE and BP will be stronger when organizational culture is incorporated.
Finding from the journal, the vendor recommend being innovative and creative. We have a matured entrepreneur trial as innovative and culture because consider being a primary to start a business. Can be an opportunity to innovate or introduce new technology. And beside on the hypothesis development, we explained about resources and base theory in the exploitation programs in entrepreneurship and strategic management aspects. And organizational culture is which employer create employment new idea at the word and surprise their interest to achieve organization success.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Kisina Masara binti Mak Fikri and my metric number is C21820008, and I will explain about discussions and recommendations, and our main point is organizational culture and business performance. The main points from this journal that can be applied to corporate entrepreneurship is organizational culture. In general, organizational culture is defined as the underlying beliefs, assumptions, values, and ways of interacting that can contribute to the unique social and psychological environment of an organization. Other than that, organization related to the inner workings, interactions with the outside world, and future missions or vision. This is because successful companies are characterized and made by a good cultural organization. In the journal by Wahid Al-Umrani stated that relationship between corporate entrepreneurship and businesses performance will be stronger when organizational culture is incorporated. To remain stable in the business world, the company needs to have a strategized organizational culture to make sure the organizations do their job right. Thank you.
The second main point for the journal that relate to corporate entrepreneurship is to stabilize the business performance. Corporate entrepreneurship and business performance have a strong relationship. Business performance used for monitoring the growth and evolution of any business needs continuous performance measurements. It entails comparing a company's actual performance to its stated goals. Considering the previous studies, stabilize the business performance relate with analytical thinker, which is prefer analyzing data, understanding how things work and judging ideas based on fact. In this journal states that for the better understanding of inconsistent finding between the organizational strategies and organizational performance relationship, the contingency theory had a primary contribution.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Wanuri Sadina binti Rizwan. My metric number is C218223.
The weakness in this journal review is, according to Dunlop and Lee 2004, the subjective measures are susceptible to many types of judgmental biases. It is very difficult for bankers to eliminate errors in their research work, and they must try as hard as possible to manage them in all areas of clinical research in order to provide research findings that are more in line with the reality of the situation. Bias, in other words, is inevitable, and so is error. This matter will also lead to a breach of trust that can tarnish the country's name, and the data in the country's banking system become insecure.
My name is Umihani binti Zamri. My metric number is C21A2210. The suggestion that can be reflected in the weakness of this journal is that the objective measure will be strengthened, although it is not an easy job to obtain objective data. The objective measure will be strengthened further. Therefore, future studies are using objective measure to further ensure the findings of this study. Therefore, repeat sampling, exploratory experiments, and other methods of evaluation are the only ones that can maximize bias control. The experience of handling bias is especially crucial in reducing prejudice in banking matters because many investigations or experiments are repeat or not pre-experimental.
In nutshell, the journal contained that although pure research has shown a connection between cooperative entrepreneurship and firm performance, this link may be been influenced by contextual circumstances. As a result, this study include and examine organizational culture as a criterion for separating the relationship between cooperative entrepreneurship and business success.